Well, I've said it's a sad day for Gibraltar. Gibraltar was on the side of the referendum. 96% of us were on the side of the referendum, a franchise that voted to stay in the European Union. But look, these things always have two sides. Remember that phrase, so fair and foul a day I have not seen. Well, it's a foul day because this is the beginning of the process to leave the European Union, which is not what we chose in Gibraltar. But it's very fair as well. It's positive as well, in the sense that we are leaving as part of the British family of nations. And there's been an attempt to try and use this moment to somehow see whether there could be a Spanish stealing of a march on the sovereignty of Gibraltar. Whether that is not happening, the United Kingdom is not entertaining it. The people of Gibraltar are certainly not going to entertain it. So we're leaving the European Union, which we did not want, but we are maintaining our relationship with the United Kingdom as a strong one that will only get stronger as we go through this process.
What about Theresa May's letter to Donald Tusk? How significant is it for you that Gibraltar wasn't mentioned, whereas, for example, Northern Ireland and the importance of maintaining fluidity with Ireland was?
Well, we've worked very closely with the United Kingdom on the text of that letter insofar as it pertained to Gibraltar and how Gibraltar should be referred to explicitly or implicitly in the context of that letter. We've considered tactically and strategically what the best decision to make was. The decision made was not to include specific reference to Gibraltar. If I explain to you the tactical and strategic reasoning behind that, I would not be assisting Gibraltar's cause, but it was something we thought about very carefully. There is a reference to the white paper there. The white paper makes reference to Gibraltar and to the frontier. There will be another white paper tomorrow, which I think people will want to look out for as well. And the Prime Minister herself, on her feet in Parliament this afternoon, has confirmed on two occasions, once to the SNP, specifically in relation to the absence of reference to Gibraltar in the Article 50 letter, and once to a Conservative backbencher, that Gibraltar is very much a part of the United Kingdom's single multilateral negotiation in the context of the Brexit process. So I'm very satisfied that we are a part of this process, and the people watching can rest assured that decisions made about the inclusion of reference to Gibraltar in that letter were ones on which we were fully involved at a tactical and strategic level.
So much has been made, of course, of Brexit in recent months. The starting gun has been fired now. What do you make of Spain's position on the cusp of negotiations beginning? They have made much more conciliatory remarks in respect of Gibraltar. The Foreign Minister, Alfonso Dastis, has said that he doesn't want to seek punitive measures in respect of the border. And today he has asked for calm for the cross-border workers and people in the campo. How significant is that?
Well, if you look at what the transition we've seen in Spain has been since the morning of the 24th of June, when Senor Margallo was Foreign Minister, to literally today, and the message of tranquilidad that Senor Dastis, to use his word in Spanish, has sought to send to Spanish cross-frontier workers who need to come and work in Gibraltar. I think we've seen a huge transition, but we mustn't be duped. There's a transition in the language. There is a comfort to those who want to or need to come to Gibraltar to work, but there is still the same very clear objective long-term, which Senor Dastis has also repeated today, about the sovereignty objective of the Spanish government, and the usual remarks about Gibraltar's economic activity, which is presented by Spain in a way that is negative as opposed to the very positive reality of Gibraltar's economic influence on the Campo de Gibraltar, etc. But I think it is true that there has been a change of tone. Now there is also, I think, a positive message from the Spanish Foreign Ministry to its own people. Gibraltar will be on its guard. We will have a cynical eye to everything that the United Kingdom does in the context of the negotiations, confident that Theresa May will include Gibraltar faithfully in the negotiation, because the JMC process is one we're very happy with. We're confident that they do understand the issues for Gibraltar, but we will always, of course, keep a cynical eye on what is happening. The people of Gibraltar would expect nothing else. We're happy to see the change of tone in Spain, but we'll keep a very, very cynical eye on what it is that Spain does.
You've said today that access to the UK market for Gibraltar's financial services companies is guaranteed.
We have no reason to believe that the United Kingdom is not going to maintain its assurances, which have been repeated to me today by Robin Walker. So I think we are very happily able to say that this is something that is now guaranteed, that is in the bag. So I'm satisfied that Gibraltar is going to have that access for financial services going forward, and we're going to look at how we can broaden access in other areas and maintain it in respect of other services which are not financial services as well.
And will Gibraltar be stronger or weaker after this 2-year period?
There are lots of challenges coming. This is a very difficult moment for Gibraltar. Economically, we are stronger than we have been for a long time. Our public finances are strong, and interest in establishing companies in Gibraltar is up in the sectors in financial services and online gaming, which we might have thought might have been under threat when Brexit happened. I think that we hold our nerve, we negotiate hard for Gibraltar, and we emerge from here, as usual, stronger than ever before.